This brings us to the final highlight of today's session, the launch of the policy report on decarbonizing India's power sector. Please welcome with me Dr. Antje Berger, First Secretary, Climate and Environment of the Embassy of the Republic of Germany, Ms. Neha Pahuja, welcome, COBENEFITS India Focal Point and Fellow at the Energy and Resources Institute, TEDI. Welcome here with us today, Dr. Sebastian Helgeberger, COBENEFITS Project Director at the Institute for Advanced Sustainability Studies. Dr. Antje Berger, we are delighted to have you here with us today. The floor is yours. Looking forward to your remarks.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Mr. Winter. The honor is on my side. Excellencies, on behalf of Ambassador Lindner and also on behalf of the German industry, of the German Ministry for Environment, it's late already. I would like to thank you for the invitation and also apologize that we didn't show up in big numbers, but today we had long discussions on development corporations. So yes, but we would like to really thank the government of India for organizing this very important third Reinvest meeting where private companies have the possibility to exchange ideas, to connect with the Indian side. And I think at least 30 German businesses are here. So thank you for organizing that. We would also like to commend the government of India for being the only G20 country which is so far sufficient under the Paris Climate Agreement. But we also all know that we could all do better. But first of all, of course, the developed countries. But let me now focus on the main issue. And this is the really important, very nice report of the ICI project COBENEFITS. COBENEFITS is an important ICI project which runs since 2017. So before I come to this important report, let me say what the ICI is. The ICI is the International Climate Initiative. It's a funding instrument by the Ministry of Environment and running since more than 12 years, and India was one of the first countries we focused on, and so far we have more than 700 projects with a funding volume of more than 4 billion. One of the projects you might know is the Solar project. It's a very successful project running from 2009 to 2016, where the GIZ, along with the Ministry of Renewable Energies, implemented many elements of projects. For example, India won a solar thermal power plant with 270 concentrating dishes with a 60-hour thermal storage technology, which intends to provide around-the-clock energy, which comes then very close to the idea of one sun, one world, one grid, where we also would like to commend the government of India on its very successful initiatives of the International Solar Alliance, where Germany is very keen to join once the 4 missing ratifications are there. But now coming to the report. Decarbonization and mitigation needs the acceptance of the people. And you get that acceptance if they see that there are benefits, that you create jobs, that you create actually a better health system, that you ensure that everyone has energy. And we have seen many challenges, but this year has seen a really big challenge. This is the COVID crisis, and this report really looks at the crisis, but also reflecting that the COVID crisis is really a small crisis compared to the climate crisis, which we have ahead of us, or which we try to avoid. So looking at this report and seeing the co-benefits gives us an encouragement actually to do better and not to wait, but be a global leader and do the best to ensure if you could do it today, let's just do it today. And this report is done by ESS Potsdam in cooperation with Terry. Or Terry's actually, I don't have to introduce Terry. Terry is the Indian focal point. But what is also interesting is that it's not only a project in India, but it's a transnational project to facilitate cross-country learning between India, Kenya, Mexico, South Africa, Turkey, and Vietnam. And with these words, I would like to launch this very nice, important report, which is called Making the Paris Agreement a Success for the Planet and the People of India. And I have only a printout, but once it's done, it looks like it's three predecessors. So I hand over back to Tobias, who will then guide us further.
Thank you, Dr. Antje Berger. I think we have already seen the ribbon cutting. Is this right? Yeah. So
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Yes. Wonderful.
Cut.
Yeah, this brings us to the very end of our session. May I hand over to Ms. Neha Pahuja, our Indian focal point from TERI, to say a few more words on this report, and then maybe very quickly also Dr. Sebastian Helgenberger. Floor is yours.
Thank you, Tobias, for giving me this opportunity. I just want to highlight that this report, which focuses on the co-benefit policy report, it cannot be like more timely. The report really shows the key highlights are that the transition to renewable energy, the accelerated transition to renewable energy would not only help India achieve its Paris agreements or commitments to beat the climate crisis, but also with associated benefits. We have tried to quantify benefits in terms of health, improvements in terms of job creation. So with associated benefits would constitute the central pillars of a green recovery plan. Now, talking of jobs, our analysis suggests that the ambitious pathway for India would account for more than double jobs in the power sector by the year 2030. Now, we would have so many jobs, and we were discussing jobs just before we started this presentation. This gives us a huge opportunity, but we have to, in order to seize this huge opportunity, we need to create more skills and train future workers for both high-level and low-level skills. And therefore, we would have a future workforce ready for the sector. Therefore, there is a smooth transition from a high-intensive industry to renewable energy, which is the future for India and elsewhere. With the COVID-19 situation, we have seen that there is enormous stress that our health system has burdened. So therefore, I just want to highlight the economic benefits that we quantified as part of the report, which says that if we choose the high NDC pathway, then there would be enormous amount of savings that would accrue on account of renewable energy for health systems. So we have tried to quantify it, and to say that it would be 2,000 crores if it is accrued till 2050. Therefore, there would be benefits in terms of jobs, in terms of health, and I would now urge everyone to go and read the report to understand more benefits that would come of renewable energy. And now I would like to thank Institute of Advanced Sustainable Studies and BMU to give for the co-leadership and direction that they've given in this project for us to enable and deliver on this kind of analysis. Now I would like to invite Sebastian to say a few words about the partnership.
Thank you, Neha. Thanks a lot for inviting us, and I would like to convey my highest regards to the Ministry for New and Renewable Energy and the Government of India on behalf of the Institute for Advanced Sustainability Studies. We've been honored to lead this process together with Terry and our excellent partners at the Renewables Academy, EIT, and the Independent Institute for Environmental Research. Now, this report to the Government of India is the result of an intense 3 years project and connecting socioeconomic impacts with recurring political dialogues with our important political partners in the different ministries. We've worked together closely with MNRE, with MOE FCC, Ministry of Power, Ministry of Finance, Niti Aayog, which were all part of our Co-Benefits Council, which provided the political steering to this co-benefit project. And I would very much like to acknowledge also the strong partnership we had with Terry in co-leading this process. My gratitude is also with IGEF and also the Embassy of Germany of supporting us along the way, and of course also with the International Climate Initiative of Germany, who was supporting the whole process. Now, how can climate action, how can renewables improve the lives of the people? This is the question that this report seeks to answer. And this is the question where this report seeks to provide data to drive political processes in India that help to unleash these co-benefits we have identified and which also have been mentioned in the discussion in that session. So answers which we also convinced are important to tackle, to build back better after the COVID-19 crisis. And as Neha said, we very much are very happy that this report is being published in a very timely debate. So thanks a lot to all of you. Thanks a lot to MNRE, and it will be a pleasure to hear your comments and get your feedback on this report. Thanks a lot.